Welcome back to the Cash Kicks channel for expert sports analysis, the best team picks, total picks, and in-depth breakdowns based on previous performances. Stay ahead of the game with our winning insights. And for even more exclusive parlay picks, check out Channel in membership. Chicago Blackhawks versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The spotlight turns to Nationwide Arena as the 22-25-9 Chicago Blackhawks roll into Columbus to face the 27-27 Blue Jackets. And the stakes are sharp. Chicago sits sixth in the Central Division with 53 points, trying to claw back toward relevance. Columbus holds 61 points, planted in the thick of the Metropolitan race, chasing Carolina and Pittsburgh while fending off the Islanders and Capitals. Columbus already owns this season's series 1-0 after a 4-2 win in Chicago. Now they're back on home ice with momentum building. The Jackets have been surging. The Hawks, they're searching. This isn't just another February game. It's a test of direction. Chicago averages 2.70 goals per game, but allows 3.14. Columbus pushes 3.09 goals per night and surrenders 3.26. The offensive edge leans slightly toward the home side. The defensive stability, that's where this matchup gets volatile. Connor Bedard remains the engine for Chicago, 53 points on 23 goals and 30 assists, driving 142 shots and logging over 20 minutes a night. Tyler Bertuzzi has buried 25 goals, finishing chances around the crease, but the plus-minus numbers tell the strain. Several key forwards sit deep in the negatives, and the blue line has absorbed heavy minutes. On the other bench, Zach Werenski is playing like a franchise pillar. 60 points from the back end, 19 goals, 41 assists, and over 26 minutes per game. He dictates tempo from the blue line and quarterbacks a power play clicking at 20.1%. Kirill Marchenko adds 46 points, Dmitry Voronkov brings physical scoring depth, and Sean Monahan stabilizes the middle. Columbus doesn't just attack, they roll waves. Defensively, Chicago blocks and grinds, but Columbus brings balance. Ivan Provorov carries a +12 rating, and the Jackets have spread production across their top 9. Face-offs, puck retrieval, transition speed. Columbus checks more boxes right now. Between the pipes, the dual titans. Spencer Knight has carried the bulk for Chicago. 16 wins, a 2.61 goals against average, and a .909 save percentage across 38 games. He's faced over 1,000 shots and held steady behind inconsistent coverage. Arvid Soderblom has struggled at 3.89 GAA and .874 save percentage. Columbus counters with Jet Greaves, 17 wins, 2.69 GAA, .908 save percentage. Not flashy, but steady. Elvis Mertzlikens has been less consistent at 3.67 GAA and .884, but Greaves has anchored recent stability. Both starters are nearly mirror images statistically. The difference may not be talent, it may be support. The Blue Jackets are 4-1 in their last 5, wins over St. Louis, 5-3, Chicago, 4-2, Philadelphia, 5-3, Tampa Bay, 8-5, and Dallas, 1-0. That's offense exploding one night, discipline the next. They're scoring 23 goals across that stretch, more than 4 per game. Chicago is 1-4 in its last 5. A 6-3 win over San Jose stands alone. Losses to Columbus, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and Florida exposed defensive leaks and late-game lapses. They've allowed 18 goals in that span. When the Hawks fall behind, the chase game opens them up. Special teams sharpen the contrast. Columbus owns the stronger power play. Chicago's penalty kill sits at 85.6%, respectable, but the Jackets' puck movement through Werenski at the point challenges structure. If Columbus draws penalties, the ice tilts. Expect a fast and aggressive pace right from the opening puck drop. Columbus will look to dictate tempo through the neutral zone, relying on crisp breakouts and quick transitions to catch Chicago flat-footed. With Zach Werenski activating from the blue line, the the Blue Jackets can generate dangerous four-man rushes that force defenders to collapse and make difficult coverage decisions. Chicago, meanwhile, must respond with disciplined gap control, structured positioning, and short, high-energy shifts to avoid getting stretched out. If Connor Bedard finds open ice off the rush or slips into soft coverage, he has the skill to instantly shift momentum with one dynamic play. However, if the game settles into extended offensive zone possessions, the advantage likely swings toward Columbus, whose deeper forward group and sustained pressure can gradually wear down Chicago's defensive structure over the course of the night. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Columbus Blue Jackets winner. The Blue Jackets' recent scoring surge, balanced attack, and home ice confidence give them the edge. Knight will make his stops. Bedard will generate chances. But Werenski's control from the back end and a power play strike prove decisive. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5, Minnesota Wild versus Nashville Predators. The Central Division spotlight burns bright in Nashville. The Minnesota Wild roll in at 33-14-10, sitting second in the division with 76 points, chasing Colorado and holding off Dallas. The Nashville Predators, 26-23-6, 58 points, fifth in the division, fighting to stay relevant in a tightening race. It's February hockey with April implications. Minnesota has already edged this season series 2-1, including a dramatic 3-2 overtime win in the last meeting. That matters. Confidence travels. But Bridgestone Arena at 8 p.m. is a different stage. The Wild bring momentum and balance. The Predators bring urgency. One team protecting position, the other defending pride and playoff hope. Minnesota's offensive engine is elite and relentless. Kirill Kaprizov drives everything. 69 points, 32 goals, 37 assists, and a +9 rating. He's the tempo setter and the finisher. Matt Boldy has added 58 points. Joel Eriksson Ek sits at 39, and the blue line gets production from Brock Faber, whose +19 ± anchors the back end. The Wild average 3.26 goals per game while allowing just 2.83. On special teams, the power play clicks at 25.1%, and the penalty kill holds at 78.1%. Balanced, dangerous, efficient. In net, Philip Gustafsson owns 19 wins with a 2.58 goals against average and a .909 save percentage. Jesper Wallstedt backs him with 14 wins and a sharp .914 save rate. Minnesota's goaltending tandem has delivered 33 wins and a collective .910 save percentage. Stability between the pipes has been a constant. Nashville counters with star power of its own. Ryan O'Reilly leads with 53 points and a team-best +7. Steven Stamkos has buried 27 goals, while Luke Evangelista has dished 34 assists. Philip Forsberg has 23 goals and 45 points, adding punch from the wing. The Predators score 2.89 goals per game but allow 3.42. That defensive gap has cost them. Their power play sits at 21.5%, while the penalty kill operates at 80.9%, slightly sharper than Minnesota's. Juice Saros carries the load in goal. 21 wins, 3.13 GAA, .893 save percentage. He's faced 1,070 shots and made 1,198 saves. Workload is not the issue. Efficiency is. Justus Annunen supports with a .888 save rate and 3.17 GAA. Nashville's team save percentage sits at .891. Against a Wild attack generating 28.6 shots per game, that's a flashing warning sign. Recent form tells a story of contrast. Minnesota is 3-1-1 in its last 5, grinding out wins over Montreal and Calgary and pushing games deep into overtime. They've scored 21 goals across those 5 contests. Explosive when needed, resilient when challenged. Nashville is 2-3 in its last 5. They blasted St. Louis 6-5 and handled the Islanders 4-3. But defensive lapses showed up in losses to New Jersey and Boston. 15 goals allowed in those 5 games. When the Predators trade chances, they often pay the price. The goaltender duel could tilt everything. Gustafsson plays compact, controlled, rarely overcommitting. Saros is athletic, reactive, capable of stealing games, but he's also absorbing heavy volume. If this becomes a track meet, advantage Minnesota. If Saros slows it down and Nashville clogs the neutral zone, momentum shifts. Tactically, Minnesota's 25.1% power play against Nashville's 80.9% penalty kill is a defining battle. Kaprizov on the half wall, Boldy in the slot, they force rotations and create seams. Nashville must win face-offs, establish forecheck pressure, and limit odd-man rushes. O'Reilly's two-way discipline becomes critical. So does Stamkos's release on the man advantage. The Wild own the deeper defensive metrics. Nashville carries more volatility. Expect Minnesota to press early, control possession through the neutral zone, and test Saros' high glove side. Nashville will counter with physicality and quick strike transitions. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Minnesota Wild winner. Minnesota's structure, superior goal differential, and power play efficiency create separation. Kaprizov finds the score sheet. Gustafsson delivers steady stops late. Nashville competes, but defensive inconsistencies surface again. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5. UCF Knights versus Houston Cougars. The stakes inside the Fertitta Center are crystal clear. Houston sits at 19-2 overall and 7-1 in the Big 12, second in the conference race and hunting the top line. UCF arrives at 17-4, 6-3 in league play, trying to solidify its place in the upper tier and prove it belongs in the title conversation. The projection leans heavily toward the home side, a commanding 92.9% edge, but that number only sharpens the tension. Houston protects its floor. UCF brings the firepower to challenge it. This is positioning, pride, and postseason seeding wrapped into one February showdown. UCF plays at a higher offensive clip, pouring in 84.2 points per game while shooting 48% from the field and 38.2% from three. They move the ball with purpose, 16.7 assists per night, and clean the glass at 38.3 rebounds. But there's volatility, 11.6 turnovers per game, and a defense surrendering 77.1 points. Houston operates differently. The Cougars average 78.9 points on 45.1% shooting and 34.6% from deep, but their identity is defense. They allow just 61.7 points per game, one of the stingiest marks in the league, while generating 8.6 steals and 3.9 blocks. They protect possessions better, too, committing only 8.4 turnovers per game. Rebounding is nearly even at 36.8 per contest, and they convert 78% from the line. The offensive engines are defined and efficient. Riley Kugel leads UCF with 14.8 points per game, shooting 42.3% overall, 40% from three, and 72.9% at the stripe. Themis Fulks adds 14.2 points and a team-high 7.2 assists, hitting 49.3% from the floor and 45.5% from deep. Jamichael Stillwell controls the interior with 12.4 points and 8.1 rebounds on 52.7% shooting. Houston counters with Kingston Flemings, a dynamic 17.0-point scorer who shoots 51.4% overall and 39.1% from three, while also averaging 5.4 assists and 1.8 steals. Emmanuel Sharp provides 16.3 points and 36.9% three-point shooting, and Chris Senack Jr. anchors the glass at 7.7 rebounds per game. Joseph Tugler brings rim presence with 1.5 blocks and a 56% field goal rate. The defining theme is simple: UCF's offensive volume versus Houston's defensive discipline. pace and shot-making against pressure and possession control. Recent form adds texture. UCF has split its last 5. Wins over Texas Tech, 88-80, Colorado, 95-86, and Arizona State, 79-76. But losses to Iowa State and Arizona. They've topped 88 points 3 times in that stretch, showing scoring rhythm but inconsistent defensive closure. Houston, meanwhile, has won 4 of its last 5. Victories over Cincinnati, 76-54, TCU, 79-70, Arizona State, 103-73, and West Virginia, 77-48, showcase defensive suffocation and offensive bursts. The lone blemish was a 90-86 loss to Texas Tech. When Houston dictates tempo, the scoreboard shrinks for opponents. The spotlight duel centers on Kugel and Flemings. Kugel operates with balance, perimeter touch, mid-range comfort, and steady efficiency. Flemings plays with downhill aggression, blending shot creation with playmaking and disruptive defense. At home, with 82.5% free throw shooting and a 51% field goal clip, Fleming's efficiency becomes even more dangerous. If Kugel stretches Houston's perimeter defense early, he can open lanes for Folks' distribution. If Flemings controls pace and forces UCF into half-court possessions, Houston's defensive edge compounds. Tactically, Houston's advantage lies in ball security and defensive pressure. Their plus 3.2 turnover margin edge is critical. UCF must rebound to run. Houston must contest and contain to grind. The Cougars' 8.6 steals per game can disrupt UCF's rhythm-heavy offense, while Tugler's rim protection challenges Stillwell inside. Rebounding is nearly even, but second-chance opportunities could tip momentum. If UCF dominates the offensive glass, they can offset Houston's efficiency gap. If Houston forces early clock shots and keeps turnovers low, they dictate the pace. The X factors? Emmanuel Sharp's perimeter scoring and UCF's three-point volume. If UCF approaches its 38% clip from deep on high attempts, pressure shifts. If Houston holds them near its defensive average, the math favors the home side. Expect a controlled tempo, defensive intensity, and possessions that matter late. UCF will score, they always do, but Houston's defensive structure and turnover discipline should gradually assert control. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Houston winner. Houston's edge is composure, fewer mistakes, stronger defensive resistance, and efficiency when it matters most. In a conference race tightening by the week, the Cougars defend their floor and strengthen their hold near the top. My second pick for this match is total over 146.5. Edmonton Oilers versus Calgary Flames. Edmonton rolls in at 28-28, 64 points, sitting second in the Pacific Division. Calgary stands at 22-27, 6 with 50 points, sixth in the division, and desperate to climb back into relevance. The Oilers have taken 2 of the first 3 meetings in the season series, and they arrive with momentum and a statistical edge in nearly every major category. For Calgary, this is more than rivalry. It's survival. For Edmonton, it's positioning, a chance to tighten their grip near the top while Vegas paces the field. The numbers tell a clear story. Edmonton averages 3.45 goals per game, powered by Connor McDavid's 95 points, 34 goals and 61 assists in 56 games. Leon Draisaitl adds 78 points, and Evan Bouchard has delivered 45 assists from the blue line. The Oilers' power play operates at 31.2%. Lethal, decisive, clinical. Their penalty kill sits at 78.7%. Calgary counters with Nazem Kadri's 37 points and 27 assists, and Matt Coronado leads the club with 14 goals. The Flames average 2.47 goals per game, nearly a full goal less than Edmonton, and their power play converts at 15.5%. Their penalty kill stands slightly stronger at 83%, but they've struggled to generate consistent offense. Calgary's team's save percentage, .903, edges Edmonton's, .885. and Dustin Wolf carries a heavy workload with a 3.00 goals against average and .96 save percentage. The dynamic is obvious. Edmonton's explosive offense against Calgary's effort to slow it down and survive special teams. Recent form sharpens the contrast. Edmonton is 3-2 in its last 5, including a 7-4 win over Anaheim and a 6-5 overtime victory against Washington. Yes, they've conceded goals, but they score in waves. Calgary is also 3-2 over its last 5, but those wins required tight execution. A 3-2 overtime win over Seattle and a 4-1 victory in Minnesota. When the Flames win, it's controlled. When they lose, the offense disappears. Stuart Skinner anchors Edmonton with 11 wins, a 2.83 GAA, and a .891 save percentage across 23 appearances. Calvin Pickard has been steady in limited action, while Connor Ingram owns a .901 save percentage in 12 games. Edmonton allows 3.25 goals per game, manageable when you score 3.45, dangerous if you don't. Calgary's Dustin Wolf has 16 wins in 41 appearances, posting a .896 save percentage and 3.00 GAA. Devin Cooley has contributed with a .921 save percentage in 18 games, though in a smaller sample. Calgary's goaltending has been busy. 1,581 saves compared to Edmonton's 1,517, a reflection of defensive zone time. If Wolf steals it, Calgary has life. If Edmonton's power play gets rhythm, the margin widens quickly. Tactically, this is pace versus patience. Edmonton thrives off controlled entries and quick puck movement through the neutral zone. McDavid forces defenders into retreat. Draisaitl punishes hesitation. Calgary must clog lanes, finish checks, and dictate tempo along the boards. Mikael Backlund's +13 rating shows defensive responsibility, and Rasmus Andersson's 24+ minutes per night highlight his role stabilizing the back end. Special teams could very well determine the entire outcome of this matchup, swinging momentum in a matter of seconds. Edmonton's explosive 31.2% power play going head-to-head with Calgary's disciplined 83% penalty kill creates the defining tactical battle within the game. A high-stakes chess match that could tip the balance either way. Every whistle, every minor infraction, and every clear or failed clear will carry added weight. If the Flames can stay out of the penalty box and avoid giving Edmonton extra man opportunities, they dramatically improve their chances of keeping the score tight and the pressure manageable. However, if they take careless penalties or lose their structure while short-handed, the Oilers' crisp puck movement, quick decision-making, and clinical finishing ability will almost certainly capitalize and make them pay in decisive fashion. Expect Edmonton to push pace early, looking to stretch Calgary's defensive structure. The Flames will counter with disciplined shifts and low-event hockey, trying to turn this into a grind. Third-period stamina favors Edmonton's depth scoring, but Calgary's physicality could keep it within reach. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Edmonton Oilers winner. Edmonton's offensive firepower and special teams efficiency create the separation. Calgary competes, keeps it tight early, but the Oilers' top-end talent, led by McDavid, breaks it open late. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5. BYU Cougars versus Oklahoma State Cowboys, 16 wins against just 4 defeats. A top 25 ranking, a team sitting firmly in the thick of the Big 12 race. That's what BYU brings into Stillwater at 17-4 overall and 5-3 in conference play. Waiting for them, an Oklahoma State squad at 15-6 overall, 3-5 in the league, desperate to climb the standings and protect home court. The numbers lean heavily toward the visitors, a 76.7% edge in projected win probability. But conference basketball in February isn't played on paper. It's played possession by possession. For BYU, it's about maintaining position in a crowded Big 12 ladder. For Oklahoma State, it's a statement opportunity, a chance to reset the narrative with one signature night. BYU arrives with one of the most efficient offensive profiles in the league. They're averaging 86.4 points per game while shooting 48% from the field, 35.5% from three, and 74.7% at the line. The Cougars distribute the ball at a 15.1 assists per game clip and dominate the glass with 40.0 rebounds per contest. Defensively, they generate 8.1 steals and 4.8 blocks, while holding opponents to 71.8 points. Oklahoma State counters with 85.9 points per game, nearly matching BYU's scoring output. The Cowboys shoot 47.4% from the field, 35.1% from three, and an impressive 75.2% at the stripe. They average 15.4 assists and 38.3 rebounds, but turnovers tick slightly higher at 12.6 per game. Defensively, they allow 79.9 points, a gap that looms large against a polished BYU attack. The Cougars' offense runs through A.J. DeBansa, pouring in 23.3 points per game on 52.9% shooting with 76.1% free throw accuracy and 32.9% from deep. He's supported by Robert Wright III at 17.5 points and 5.2 assists per game, shooting 43.2% from three and 88.0% from the line. Inside, Kiba Keita provides balance with 7.8 rebounds and 1.9 blocks per game, anchoring a defense that protects the rim. For Oklahoma State, Anthony Roy leads with 17.5 points on 45.5% shooting and 44.4% from three, a lethal perimeter presence. Parsafala adds 13.9 points and 6.3 boards while shooting nearly 60% from the floor. Kanye Clary directs traffic with 4.8 assists, and Jalen Curry contributes 1.6 steals per game, helping pressure the ball up top. The defining theme: offensive efficiency versus defensive stability. BYU defends with structure and length. Oklahoma State thrives on pace and perimeter shot-making. One side limits mistakes, the other wants rhythm. Recent form sharpens the contrast. BYU has stumbled slightly, dropping 3 of its last 5, including tight losses to Kansas, 82-90, Arizona, 83-86, and Texas Tech, 71-84. But in that stretch, they've also flashed resilience, edging Utah 91-78 and beating TCU 76-70. The scoring remains strong. The defensive consistency wavers at times. Oklahoma has mirrored that volatility. A quality road win at Utah, 81-69, and a solid victory over Kansas State, 84-83, highlight the upside. But losses to Baylor, 79-94, TCU, 65-68, and a narrow 71-84 setback to Iowa State revealed defensive cracks. They can surge, but sustaining it has been the challenge. The star duel centers on DeBansa and Roy. DeBansa is fluid and calculated, scoring at all 3 levels with efficiency that bends defensive schemes. He rebounds, draws fouls, and dictates tempo. Roy, meanwhile, is explosive from distance, 44.4% from beyond the arc, and dangerous when given space. If Roy heats up early, it forces BYU to extend and rotate. If DeBansa controls the mid-range and gets downhill, Oklahoma State's interior depth will be tested. Tactically, BYU's edge lies in defensive balance and rim protection. Keita's presence inside, combined with Wright's perimeter shooting and decision-making, allows the Cougars to space the floor without sacrificing defensive shape. Oklahoma State must win the turnover margin and generate transition opportunities. In the half-court, their defense must tighten. 79.9 points allowed per game leaves little margin against a top-tier offense. Rebounding could quietly decide it. BYU's plus 1.7 rebound differential versus Oklahoma State's thinner margin suggests extra possessions lean blue. Late-game composure also favors the Cougars. Their free throw efficiency and ball control become magnified in tight finishes. Perimeter containment. If Oklahoma State's guards limit Wright's three-point rhythm and disrupt entry passes to DeBansa, The Cowboys can tilt the pace. If not, BYU's spacing will stretch the defense thin. BYU's balance and defensive edge ultimately steady the night. Oklahoma State keeps it close behind Roy's shooting, but the Cougars' efficiency and rebounding control prevail. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is BYU winner. In a high-tempo conference battle, discipline and defensive structure win out. And BYU leaves Stillwater with its position strengthened and its identity reinforced. My second pick for this match is total over 167.5.